Hey guys, to get all of our college football picks, you can check those out at stumpthespread.com, linked in the video description, and be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel to continue to get all of our pick video plays. Heading into Friday's action here, got an exciting matchup between the BYU Cougars and the Utah State Aggies. Always a great rivalry matchup between these in-state foes. Usually what we see between teams in Utah, whether it be Utah, Utah State, or BYU, whenever these squads go against each other, it's usually more of a tough, grinded out style of game. It'll be interesting if that's still the case. Utah State's gone more with an up-tempo attack, and they're throwing it a lot more, which usually sides more with some higher scoring games. But BYU, they still love pounding the ball on the ground, leaning on their defense, grinding things out, and they're going to be trying to make this a physical matchup. So it'll be interesting to see if Utah State is able to dictate the pace with their pass game and getting a lot of scores on the board, getting up and down the field, or if BYU is able to prevail and get this more into a field position type battle. That'll be definitely worth watching in this one for those that are going to be taking a stake on the over-under, which is what we're going to be talking about in this video and where we think the better betting value is going to be. This one opened at about 46 total points. It has gone up to about 48, 47 in that range, but the road team here, the BYU Cougars, have not gotten off to a great start. They're just 1-3 overall. This is a team that's had a really tough time on the offensive side of the ball. Even in their opener at home against FCS competition Portland State, the Cougars only put up 20 points in that one in a 26 total point effort. In their second game, they put up 0 points against LSU. In their Week 3 matchup, only put up 13 against Utah, and then in their last outing, which came at home against Wisconsin, the Cougars only put up 6 total points. So this is an offense that's having a really tough time right now. Perhaps against this Utah State defense, the Cougars were able to find a little bit more success than what they have as of late against the likes of LSU, Utah, and Wisconsin, but still not the kind of offensive performance you'd like to be seeing out of a team if you're going to be siding with the over potentially in this one. In that last outing for BYU against Wisconsin, their pass game only put up 111 yards, with the ground game picking up just 81 yards in that very poor contest where they weren't able to get any touchdowns on the board, just 2 field goals, and were really shut down. BYU heading into this one with no wins against FBS competition yet. Going to get a tough matchup here from Utah State. This has been a Utah State squad that's been a little bit tough to figure out early on this year. They're 2-2 overall with 2 complete blowouts going both ways in their losses against Wake Forest and Wisconsin on the road. The Aggies were thoroughly throttled, but then their wins against easier competition, Idaho State and San Jose State, Utah State looked very impressive and were able to move the ball up and down the field with ease. We really liked Utah State's chances in their last outing on the road against San Jose State, and they performed way better than we expected. They came in as only about a field goal favorite, went on to win that one by a final of 61-10, but also a good performance there from the Utah State defense against a San Jose State team that's certainly in development mode right now, but San Jose State has had a couple of decent offensive performances early on this year, but against that Utah State defense, they only put up 54 total passing yards and 108 rushing yards, so a very poor offensive performance there out of the Spartans against this Utah State defense. And then on the flip side of things, the Aggies put up about 600 total yards of offense in that thorough beating that they put on their conference opponents. So what we've been seeing out of these squads, especially Utah State, looked great on the defensive end in their last outing. BYU, their defense should have a much better chance here today going against an opponent that isn't ranked in the top 25 like they did in their last outing. We expect this one to be more like that matchup we saw between BYU and Utah not that long ago, where the final score is about 19-13, in more of one of those field position grinded out style games. Even though the Aggies are a team right now that is speeding things up a little bit more than we traditionally see out of them, we could still see this one develop into more of a defensive battle and a field position type game. And with that being the case, right now with that over-under ticking up to about 48 points, if you can get it there, we do feel like the under is going to be the better value bet in this matchup between these two rivals and what should be a very entertaining and exciting competitive matchup. So that's our play for today, guys. Again, to get all of our college pick content, you can check that out at our main site, stumpthespread.com, linked in the video description, and be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel to continue to get all of our college football pick video plays. So thanks for stopping on in. We hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.